Have you ever launched your 8-foot tent trailer off the carcass of a headless deer in the middle of a Michigan interstate?
Have you ever had to tell your wife as you approach that deer, "Hang on, honey, we're going to have to take this one square. There's nowhere to go."
Well, we have. And that is just a little bit about what you will learn about in the RV Canucks podcast. Hello out there and welcome. We, of course, are the RV Canucks. I am Melina and I am joined by my husband, Dan.
Hi, folks.
And we are going to be talking about RV travel tips, campground and equipment reviews, and trip guides for those like us who are just trying to tow their way through the great outdoors.
We've got a family of 4. We've got 2 girls, ages 12 and 15. They both love camping, they both love RVing, and they both love a good road trip. Our background starts pretty innocently with a tent, pop-up dome tent, and it progresses up to a 29-foot RV bunkhouse. We've started off pretty safe with eggs and bacon, and now we've moved up with all kinds of crazy recipes and crazy stories and lengthy trips down the road, whether we're boondocking at a Cracker Barrel, staying at a Flying J, or at a provincial park.
Yep, and I think what you can expect from this particular podcast, I always like to say it's not like watching an episode of This Old House. It's more like This Old Train Wreck. As you could probably tell from the deer story, we have lots of kooky adventures like that have really formed our experience on the road. And, you know, one of the reasons we decided to do this podcast as Canadians is that a lot of the podcast field is filled with Americans doing a ton of really, really long road trips. And from our experience, what we found is people certainly in our area are a little more hesitant to go further afield. So our aim is to give more of a Canadian perspective to, you know, crossing the border with your rig, giving people a little more confidence to take some of those really big, long road trips and make those memories with their families. And that's certainly an aim for us. And definitely so that all of you out there can learn from our mistakes, as well as us, sharing what we've learned along the way and some of our favorite tips, tricks, recipes, reviews, you name it.
Yeah, I think we got lots of experience that we can share. We've started off by doing pretty safe trips by just going away for the weekend a couple hours from home, and we've built up to traveling across North America. I mean, we got lots of great stories. I could tell you all about my wife standing out at midnight in her best nightie behind the Cracker Barrel in the city of Kansas trying to catch a breeze. But there's lots of tips out there that they don't tell you, that you're not going to find on YouTube, you're not going to find on the website, and the RV salesman isn't going to tell you. But we're going to tell you what those tips are to make your trip as great as it can be. And I'm just going to
That means we talk about poop a lot, because it comes into play a lot when you're trying to manage a travel trailer.
There's always the glamour end of things, and everybody enjoys the fancy washrooms and the showers and the tip-out awnings and everything else, but it's all got to get wrapped up at the end of the weekend and cleaned up one way or the other, and we'll tell you about all that and how to make it as painless as possible. What I will tell you to save your marriage, folks, man or woman, make sure there's a good extension cord in that trailer. Not a short one. You need a good, long extension cord just in case.
Okay, and on that note, we hope you will join us for our first episode.